So, hello, my name is Michael Damond, and today is Tech Talk Tuesday. I appreciate you taking some time out to join me today. I'm currently broadcasting live to multiple platforms, and I'm using some software to do so. So, that's going to be one of our feature softwares that I talk about today. But currently, people are watching with you from YouTube and from Facebook Live. Eventually, once I get approved by LinkedIn, what they call LinkedIn Live, I'll be able to stream there. So, in today's debut episode of Tech Talk Tuesday, I'm going to share three things with you. One being why I created this series. The other, I want to talk to you about a few of the tech tools that I'm really loving right now and how I'm using them. And then I want to tell you about my Black Friday special, which is coming up this weekend for a program that I have launching next week to help service based businesses get ready for 2021. So let me just go ahead and start about why I started Tech Talk Tuesday. So there's three reasons why I started this and why I thought it was important. One being I love helping small business owners work smarter and not harder. The market is filled with technology solutions for small business owners, and there's a solution for just about every problem you can possibly have. But who has time to go through, watch all the videos, read all the reviews, just to kind of take all this stuff in? You really need to know how to understand the lingo, and you need to understand what it is that you're looking for. So my goal with this is to make sure that every Tuesday I'm sharing with you some technology and some tips that you can use to work harder, work smarter and not harder in your business. And then just to make this stuff a little bit easier, because I know technology can be overwhelming at times, and what ends up happening if it's too overwhelming, it leaves you feeling lost and confused and then not being able to get your problem solved. So that's going to be one of the goals of this show. The second reason why I created Tech Talk Tuesday is just to serve the small business community that I'm a part of. I'm a part of a number of different groups of small business owners from all different industries. But one of the things that I know is helpful is it's just need to know that one, you're not alone in your business, but two, that you have access to people and resources that can help you on your journey. So one of the groups that I'm part of, called the Be Well for Women group on Facebook, has over 1,000 members, and every week I used to go live on there on Saturdays and talk about social media. We've kind of pivoted that schedule till Tuesday, and now I'm going to talk every Tuesday about the technology and the things that I would share there. But that's just an example of one of the groups that I'm serving as doing this on a weekly basis. I have 20 years of hands-on experience with online marketing and technology, and I've seen the industry grow tremendously over the years. I started back in the day with like a compact computer, dial up, and an AOL disk. That's the way you got online. And you just simply weren't able to do what I'm doing with you today, or a lot of the things that we're doing with our mobile phones and technology, streaming photos. None of that stuff was really possible from home back then. So things have changed quite a bit, and I love this stuff. I'm always in it. I'm always diving into the new technology, beta testing things. So I'm going to be bringing that stuff to you here every week on Tuesdays. And then the last and final thing that I want to just reason why I started this is really just to serve as an example, a real life example of a thing that you can do in your own business, which is to not be afraid to show up and market yourself. People want to know who they're doing business with, and you showing up and putting your face out front and giving an opportunity for people to tap into your vibe and your energy, see who you are, what you know and what you can do for them, is a great opportunity for you to be able to attract more clients to your business. So it's very important that you show up. Live streaming videos are a great way to show up nowadays. With the pandemic going on, it's not like we have an opportunity to do all the face-to-face meetings you would probably do. I used to present at workshops and go to live events and meet people that way. And now you have to kind of really pivot. It's something that we should have always probably been doing a little element of, but many of us have been kind of put into that situation forcefully from the pandemic and having to adjust. For the second half of the presentation today, I'm going to be sharing my screen and talking through a couple of things with you. So one of them is I want to talk about some software tools that I'm actually loving. And Velma guessed correctly, one of them is Streamyard. So Streamyard is a software that allows you to be able to simultaneously broadcast across social media platforms. One of the platforms being Facebook Live, another being LinkedIn, and then YouTube. I believe you can do up to 10. Those are the ones that I use most often. there's some that are kind of meant for gaming. There's platforms that I don't use, but there are a couple other platforms that people can use as well. But I'm using those main ones today. So StreamYard is a streaming software. What I'm going to do is put a link on my website. And if you want to go ahead and give it a try, they have a free service that you can just do. You can't simultaneously broadcast without a paid subscription. You can only just do one platform. But I'll go ahead and share a link with you for anyone who wants to try that. The other thing that I want to share with you is a software called Calendly. Now, I'm going to go ahead now and do, as I said, and share my screen because I want to share that with you so that you can see how that looks. And I'm going to talk a little bit about how I'm using that in my business here. All right, so you should be seeing my screen now. So this is a online solution called Calendly. Now, I, as a consultant, end up working with a lot of people and having to schedule like initial consultations, having to do lots of meetings at times. I was really struggling with trying to keep up manually with multiple calendars and also my availability. So Calendly is a solution that I use on my website, which I'll be showing you after this, to be able to schedule appointments. But I also just email links to people that have all the days that I went ahead and chose that I'm going to be available for a certain amount of time. So this has really helped me quite a bit to organize the way that I operate on a daily basis. I used to just like have this random Monday through Friday, all these opening times that I would take appointments, and it was just hectic to try to keep up with, especially if you have multiple calendars. So now what I do is I have set days of the week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, I think maybe a Friday, and set times that I can automatically just program in here and make available to people. So those are the only times that people will be able to schedule an appointment with me, and I can do those initial consultations and things that way. So I just wanted to share that as one of the tools that I'm loving with you. And one of the things that are making my life a little bit easier as an entrepreneur. Next, what I'm going to do is switch over, and I want to talk about something I've had for a long time called Constant Contact. So this is called Constant Contact, and this software has been around. I think they started in 1995, and I actually started with them early on in the day when I first started my business, and I used to use them for email marketing. Now, I went away from them for a while because it seems like they kind of fell behind and the tools weren't exactly what I needed to do the digital marketing that I need to do online. But they recently have revamped their platform and totally changed everything. And what they did that I thought was brilliant was that they actually took all the tools that a person would need to do online marketing effectively and combined it into one platform for one monthly fee. Now, they launched this maybe 3 months ago. I took a look at it and I thought like parts of it were good, parts of it were terrible. The part that I struggled with the most was actually the website part. And that's the part that, it's critical if you're going to be marketing online for you to have an online platform for people to want to be able to discover you, for people to book or buy whatever it is that you offer, and just a way for you to be able to show up in search when people are looking for solutions to problems that they have. But part of that is also making sure that the platform that you're using gives you the ability to present yourself in a professional manner. And I tried it out. I did not like it. So therefore, I kind of continued doing what I was doing. So then I decided to revisit it last month and take a look at it and just kind of see, how the improvements were, because I'm a partner of Constant Contact and they were sharing about some updates that they made to the platform. So I decided to come in and try it again. And lo and behold, I actually liked what I saw. Now, this isn't necessarily going to be something that's a solution for everybody. I have two types of clients. I have clients who know they need a website, they need to do digital marketing. They may be new or they may be still within the first couple of years of starting their business, and they don't have budgets to be able to hire me or hire someone else to take everything on for them and do it for them. So I end up needing oftentimes a solution that's easy enough for me to teach to a small business owner who's not marketing savvy, who can kind of take the platform, do the things that they need to do and manage it on their own. That's one type. And then I have another type of client who is very seasoned in their industry. They know exactly what they're going to spend their time on, or what they're not going to spend their time on. And one of them is they're not going to spend the time to do the stuff that I'm talking about today. So I know that I have those types of clients, and one of them is full service where I'm doing all the work. I meet with them, and I'm taking it from there and doing it. And then the other is more of the kind of done with me type thing where I provide them some guidance. So I'm going to say that this constant contact platform that I'm using right now, I'm going to be introducing for people who need something that they can do on their own, but with some guidance and some tools that are pretty intuitive, so that they can build a website that's going to look good for their business, but then also give them the ability to plug into all those other things that you need to do to market yourself online. So just having a website by itself is simply not going to be enough for any business to be able to grow and to be able to attract clients. You need to have an element of getting people to find you. So you need to know what you're doing with the search engine optimization. You need to have some lead generation things and built into that website. There's some strategy to it, but you also need to be able to easily post over to social media, and you need a way to be able to collect email addresses, but then also stay in communication with the email addresses that you collect. So what I like about Constant Contact is that they were smart enough to take all of this stuff and combine it into one platform and make it very easy to use. Now, what I'm doing next week is the first part of a series that I'm doing, which is the Build Your Personal Brand to Attract More Clients coaching program. And what I'm doing is taking people who want to get ready for 2021, who need to have a website. Maybe you don't have one at all, or maybe you have one that's just not really doing what you needed to do. But if you're the type of person who wants to use your time to work under some guidance with me and some other small business owners, I have a coaching program which is going to be done in a group format, and I'm going to take people through how to set up their Constant Contact, how to build their website. You're going to simply just follow my template, and then by the time we're done, after the 3-week period, you'll have everything that you need to be able to launch and to do business in 2021. Since I know that some people watching this may not be that, hey, I'm gonna do this with you type thing, and they're like, do it for me. There is a service for that too, but I'm going to talk a little bit now just to the people who need to have this, who wants to build this and want some coaching for it. So this is the behind the scenes. What you're seeing on my screen is behind the scenes of Constant Contact Website Builder. I'm going to just highlight a couple things that I thought were pretty smart about this, because as a web designer, there are key things that you typically look for when you're designing a website, and there are things that you do just very like touch element of design that kind of make things attractive that I was surprised they built into the platform already. So one of the things that I liked about this that I thought was pretty cool was that they have this thing called sections. Now, if I click sections, I get an opportunity to scroll through all these different types of sections that you typically will find on the website. So I know that right now I'm going to add some stuff I'm not going to publish, so it's not going to break anything. So I'm just going to use my own website as an example. Let's say, for example, I wanted to add some social media links, or just to give people a way to follow me on social media. I can click social. I can come over here to this element. Oops. Let me click that. Hold on, section. Social. There you go. I was trying to drag. All I had to do was just click that section, and it actually brought it right over here. And then it gives me the ability to be able to go ahead and click into this and then add my links to any of these social media platforms that I want. Another thing that I thought was important, and every business needs to do, I actually need to still add some to this website, is they have the ability for you to actually add testimonials to your website pretty easily. So all I had to do was go ahead and click testimonials as a section, and it automatically populated that here to the website. So I like stuff like this for people who are doing it on their own, because I think that you need something that's going to be intuitive, that's going to be kind of set up for you already, where all you have to do is just click in, start typing, or click in and start adding your own images. So I think the Constant Contact Website Builder is good for that. Now, as I mentioned, this is something that, you need to have a little bit of strategy to know, how to build the website and lay the website out in order to kind of walk a client through what you can do for them. And that's why I have the coaching program that's going to be starting on December 3rd. So let me just go right over to that page, and I'll just talk from there. So here, actually, I'll go to the website here. Here's the website now on the public side, and all these sections that you see on the website here were pre-formulated that I just really had to click and drag over and then go ahead and add my own text and my images. So the workshop that's going to be starting on the 3rd, I actually have 3 other people who are going to be joining me and sharing their expertise. The whole thing about this is like, you have a brand identity just as you are, but this is about really building a platform for you to leverage that identity to grow your business and attract more clients. So if you have the right technological infrastructure built and you know the tools that you need to use and you have some tips on how to use them, you'll be able to put some things in place to allow you to be able to represent yourself online as this is here. So I have 3 other coaches who are going to be joining me. One of them is Shantina Gladney. She has a daily Monday through Friday Facebook Live that she does called Tea Time. And I brought her onto the platform because I thought that was a perfect example of how you can leverage social media in order to grow and attract more people to your business. She does it consistently, Monday through Friday. It's at a set time. I know exactly when to go and tune in to Tea Time, and I love that. So Shantina is going to be joining me on one of the days if you're part of the program, so that you can hear how she's been using Facebook Live to leverage in her business and that way to attract more clients. And then next I have Clarine Mitchell. Clarine is an expert on LinkedIn. She has a book out that I have a copy of, and I still need to do my homework, but she knows LinkedIn like nobody else. Like there's nobody else who knows that. She also offers some masterclass. I think she has one more coming up at the end of this year, but she's also going to be coming on one of the days as part of the coaching program to teach the people who are part of the program how to leverage LinkedIn to be able to attract more clients there. And then finally, I have a longtime friend that I've known, Jamie Robar. She actually did my photos. So those photos that you see in all my marketing materials, Jamie shot those for me. But Jamie, when I published a magazine, probably, what was it now? I don't know, 8, 9 years ago, was one of our featured photographers. She did one of my favorite shoots in the magazine. So we kept in touch over the years. And the reason why I have Jamie here is because Jamie specifically is a personal brand photography coach. So you have to know if you're going to hire a photographer what to look for. You need to know what their areas of expertise are. Some photographers only do like portraits. Some photographers like only do fashion. So you can't go to any photographer and just ask them, hey, can you do my professional headshot photos for me? Because that may not be their areas of expertise. So Jamie is going to be part of the program and she's going to come share that too. So if you go to michaeldemond.com and you go to the coaching page, you'll be able to see what the coaching schedule is. It's going to have everything outlined there. And then you'll go ahead and sign up. Now, as I mentioned, I have 2 types of clients: the people who will take the time to do some of this on their own with my guidance. I'll give them some coaching. And then there's the people who will be like, hey, nope, I ain't doing it. I don't want to do it. I don't have the time or the interest. Just do it for me. So there's 2 packages on here. If you're looking at getting started with this program, and you can choose the one that's going to be right for you. One thing that you need to do, though, and I just added this Black Friday page here. So as a result of my partnership with Constant Contact, I was able to get a special deal put together. And anybody who's part of this program, you're going to need the software to do the things that I'm talking about. So for a limited time, they have a Black Friday special. Constant Contact is going to be 40% off, and that's for 6 months of service. I'll go ahead and I can help anyone who enrolls in the program take advantage of that, because that's going to expire, I believe, at the beginning of December, and we start at the beginning of December. I also, to coincide with that, now through Sunday, have put the coaching program and the service at 20% off. So you can actually save if you sign up today, tomorrow, anytime before Sunday for the program. Let me show you how to do it. And this is still going to tie back into Calendly and how I'm using that. So if you click on the program, I'm going to click on here. I took Calendly, which was that application that I showed you about my calendar, and I made, here we go. I made a product, basically, one of my coaching services here. So anyone who comes in here can actually use Calendly to book and become part of the program. It'll show a time. You choose the time. There's all these questions here. And the best part about it is when you upgrade from the free version to the paid version, you can actually use the PayPal as a payment source. So part of the enrollment process, now how I'm saving my time and working smarter, is to not manually go through sending invoices to people to get them enrolled. They can actually come here to the website and sign up. Same thing for the program. It's already built in to have the discounted rate in there. So if people come in, because we start on the 3rd, choose that date, choose the start time and confirm, they'll go ahead and answer the questions and can get started with the program. So this is just an example of how you can use technology to work smarter and not harder in your business, and the type of different software programs that I'll be bringing to you. But thank you for tuning in for Tech Talk Tuesday. Again, my name is Michael Damond. You can get in touch with me at michaeldamond.com if you have any questions or if you need to get some assistance with growing your business.